Hey Canucks fans, let's hand out some All-Star Break team awards, shall we? I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clay Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Tuesday, January the 21st. And yes, we're kind of waiting for the All-Star festivities to happen this weekend. We're relishing the Canucks in first place, although Vegas has a chance to pass the Canucks today, so I can't believe it. I'm cheering for Boston tonight, of all teams. But I thought it would be an interesting topic to explore what the Canucks year-end awards might look like. So I was debating, should I do it as of right now, 49 games in, or should I predict what they're going to be at the end of the year? And then I thought about it. I think the answers are the same, because unless things substantially change in the last third of the season, I think the four players I'm going to pick today, I could very well see them winning the year-end awards at the end of the season. So regardless, let's just call it right now my All-Star Break year-end awards. That doesn't make sense. Let's call it the All-Star Break team awards for the Vancouver Canucks. So let's start with the most valuable player. Last season, it was Jacob Markstrom at the end of the year, and I will say that once again, it will be our all-star goaltender, Jacob Markstrom. He has 18 wins in the 34 games so far. He's got an 18, 13-3 record. He's got a 271 goals against average, a 916 save percentage. So the stats aren't great. They aren't amazing. But I'd say more than anyone, you would say he is the reason why the Canucks are in first place right now. He is the reason why the Canucks have won games that they shouldn't have. And you think of that 49 save performance against LA. LA not the strongest team, but still 49 saves is pretty darn tough for a goaltender. You think of during that 7-game win streak, they're winning maybe a few games that they shouldn't have won because of Jacob Markstrom. And then you think about how well he's played given all the circumstances of this season, the death of his father in the fall. So all these things, and he's an acknowledged leader on the team. He's great with the media, but for basically his play on the ice, if there's the one player that you take out of this Canucks lineup and will have the biggest impact in a negative way, I think it is indeed Jacob Markstrom. So I'm going with Jacob Markstrom as my MVP. I would say just like last year, Elias Pettersson would be the runner-up. I'll get to Pettersson in a second. And then, so I would go with Jacob Markstrom as the winner and Elias Pettersson as the runner-up. But don't worry, Pettersson does not get shut out, because once again, for the second consecutive year, I'm naming him as the most exciting player on the Vancouver Canucks. And there's no one else that when they get the puck, there's a sense of anticipation among the Canucks fan base. And he's having a great season, 51 points in 49 games. He's going to shatter his 66-point mark from last season that he set as a rookie. So he's a point per game player at this pace. He'll wind up somewhere in the 85 to 90 point range. That's really good. That would put him in the conversation for MVP. That's why he was my runner-up for MVP behind Markstrom. But I definitely think he's our most exciting player by far. Not so much on defense, although he's a good back checker, but what he can create on offense at even strength on the power play, the way he can dangle, shoot, create opportunities, pass. But really, you see his creativity, his hockey IQ, and he's really exciting, especially when he winds up that one-timer on the power play. We've seen some really good dangles and some dekes through the neutral zone and the offensive zone. Whatever it may be, Pettersson, once he gets in a shootout, once he gets the puck, overtime, I keep interrupting myself, but once he gets the puck, people get excited. People go to the edge of their seat, especially when he's got a bit of open ice. So I'm giving Elias Pettersson my nod as the most exciting player, and the runner-up in this category to me is Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes also creates a lot of buzz and excitement anytime he gets the puck, especially when he's winding up behind his own net or moving the puck out of a neutral zone. Never seems phased, never seems threatened, and never seems under pressure or under too much duress. So Quinn Hughes is my runner-up. My winner of most exciting player is Elias Pettersson. But I will give Quinn Hughes best defenseman. It's funny the way it's setting out. If he's a runner-up for one category, then he's the winner of the next category. Although this is not, I'm going to break the streak right now. Quinn Hughes, best defenseman. I don't think there's any doubt. Alex Edler would be the only guy that would give him a run for his money, but Edler has played 9 fewer games. So Hughes has played 48 of the Canucks' 49 games. He only missed 1 game due to injury. He's got 34 points already. Edler's only got 21. And even with Edler coming back, Quinn Hughes has more ice time than Alex Edler since December. And that's because, a lot of times it has to do with power play. He gets all the power play one time. Edler's not even on the second power play unit. So that makes a big difference. And oftentimes now, because his partner is Chris Tanev, Travis Green is not afraid to put Hughes out and Tanev against the best forwards from the other team, the most dangerous lines. So he's not only getting a lot of ice time, he's playing some really, really tough matchups, and he's thriving. We know all the stats about the shot percentage and expected goals when Quinn Hughes is on the ice. So he's scoring a lot. He's playing against getting the most ice time, and he's playing against tough competition. And through all of that, he's thriving when it comes to shot control metrics and advanced stats. So hopefully he can win a bigger trophy, the Calder Trophy at the end of the year for the best rookie for the entire league. But right now, I'm naming him as the best Canucks defenseman. And Alex Edler, we've seen how valuable he is. He still plays very well, still plays good minutes, very solid. Alex Edler is my runner-up. So Quinn Hughes, best defenseman. And then for Unsung Hero, oh, by the way, Alex Edler won it last year. And then for Unsung Hero, last year was Anton Roussel. This year, I don't think it will be Roussel, just given that he missed too much of the season. I'm giving my Unsung Hero award to Tanner Pearson. And Tanner Pearson came over at the trade deadline last season, trade for Eric Branson. And I think there's not a single Canucks fan who is disappointed in how that trade turned out. And Pearson is quietly the 5th leading scorer on the Canucks now, behind Pettersson, Miller, Besser, and Horvat. You have Tanner Pearson sitting in 5th. He is a staple on the second line. He can kill penalties. He's an assassin when it comes to the empty net. And, you might say, well, how unsung can he be if he's 5th overall in scoring? But I definitely think he takes a back seat to guys like Markstrom, Pettersson, Miller, Besser, Horvat. I would even argue Jake Virtanen gets more love than Tanner Pearson. So that's why Tanner Pearson is my unsung hero. And when you think of an unsung hero, you kind of think of a humble guy. He just kind of does his work and plays well without needing much media attention, without needing much accolades or affirmation. That's who Tanner Pearson is. He's very humble. We saw him after hours, a good, humble player. And like I said in my vlog yesterday, I love his direct style of play. The way he plays is very direct, both at even strength, penalty killing course, and then of course on the power play as well. So for all those reasons, and a good leader as well, so I would give him the Unsung Hero award for the Vancouver Canucks for sure. Runner up, believe it or not, this is the only one where I'm going to say my answer for right now is going to change for the end of the year. I think the runner up is going to end up being Louis Eriksson, because he's an underdog. It's kind of fascinating, this resurrection story. Benched for 19 games, yet he has 5 points in his last 8 games, a couple of them on empty net goals, but it doesn't matter. And people are cheering for Louis Eriksson. That's what you think. Hero, unsung hero. It could very well be Louis Eriksson. Not to win the award, but to be the runner-up. But not like they name runner-ups. I'm just naming runner-up. So I would give it to Tanner Pearson as the winner of the unsung hero, and I'd give the runner-up to Louis Eriksson. Now, one player that I think I want to mention as an honorable mention for 3 of the 4 categories, maybe 2 of the 4, because he can't win best defenseman, is I want to give honorable mention to JT Miller, because he's an exciting player. The way he can skate, the way he can create on the offense, the way he wins puck battles, the way he actually breaks up a lot of plays in the neutral zone defensively because of his great skating and his great anticipation. I love JT Miller's game. He's our second leading scorer, but he kind of gets overshadowed by Markstrom, by Pettersson, by Hughes. But he has, I believe it's got 46 points in 49 games, which is outstanding. He's on pace for 75 to 80 points, a career high for sure. So I really like JT Miller's game, and I would definitely put him, as a dark horse for most exciting player, because I love his offensive skill especially, and I love the kind of tenaciousness he brings to his game. I don't think he'll get any consideration for MVP, but I also you can call him an unsung hero as well, because of the exact same thing. He doesn't get as much press or as much fanfare as Pettersson and Horvat and Hughes and Besser and Markstrom, but he's quietly done his thing. Like I said, second leading scorer and one of our most consistent players throughout this entire season. So I'd say JT Miller, not even runner-up, but honorable mention, 3rd place, so to speak, for both most exciting player and for unsung hero. So there we go. Those are my predictions. Markstrom, and not only my predictions, but where I put them right now. Markstrom as MVP, Pettersson as the runner-up. Pettersson as most exciting player, Quinn Hughes is the runner-up. Quinn Hughes for best defenseman, Alex Edler is the runner-up. And then Tanner Pearson for unsung hero, with Louis Eriksson as my dark horse runner-up. And then honorable mention across 2 of the 4 categories, JT Miller. So there we go, Canucks fans. Tell me what you think of my award winners and my runner-ups. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, and build a case for any of the guys that you disagree with. But like I said, I'm going with Markstrom, Pettersson, Hughes, and Pearson as my MVP, my most exciting player, my best defenseman, and my unsung hero. So leave a comment below. I would love to engage in some discussion. Tell me what you think of my picks, and give me your picks as well. Even if they're the exact same thing, just write them out or just say same as you, Clay, whatever you want to say. But I'd love to know what you think of those 4 categories, the 4 major categories that the Canucks. They also hand out 3 stars, but I think that's not a voting thing. That they just add up the points kind of thing. So again, Markstrom for MVP, Pettersson for most exciting player, Hughes for best defenseman, Pearson for unsung hero. Let me know. Agree or disagree? Put it in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd love to read, react, or reply to those comments. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the evening. Go Boston. Beat the Vegas Golden Knights. I can't believe I'm saying go Boston, but it's only because they're playing the Golden Knights. And we'll check with you tomorrow. God bless. Go Canucks, go.